Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody got off to a great start this month. This is the last month in the second quarter. We want to finish it strong, just like we finished the first quarter strong. We had a really, we got a good year going. And like I said at the beginning of the year, 2019 was our year. We were claiming it. Now, if you're not where you want to be yet, and 2019 isn't your year, we still got 6 months to go. After this month, we got 2 more quarters to go, and we can turn this thing around. I don't know how many of you guys are basketball fans, but if you watched Toronto and Golden State play last night, you see Golden State was in the hole. They came out in the third quarter and finished it. Toronto didn't know what hit them. Now, that's what we're going to do to the market. We're going to finish up the second quarter strong, but we're going to come out in the third quarter and we're going to put it in submission. So that's our focus here. But it's summertime. It is summertime. That means my summertime schedule starts. I wish I had this schedule all year because I'm free. I don't have to leave the house except to go pick up my food at lunch. Now, I don't have to take my son to school in the morning, so I'm free in the morning. I don't have to go pick him up, so I'm free in the afternoon. So everything is working out perfectly. So it's summertime. I know we fuss about summertime trading, but last week, incredible week. Today should have been an incredible day. I screwed up today because we got in late last night, didn't get to bed on time, and then I had to get up really early. My son had to be at school at 5:30 this morning because they were performing at graduation. So I was just not in sync today. And so everything that I did today was nobody's fault but my own, because I know I should know better than to trade when I only have 3 hours sleep. That's not a smart thing to do. I don't care how much coffee you drink. I don't care if you sneak that extra cup of that nitro cold brew from Starbucks. It's so bad. It's so potent. They only serve the grande size. If you sneak two, you're still gonna mess up. So, all my fault today. I can't blame it on anybody else. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. I wanted to share this quote with you. I posted it on social media today. Start where you are with what you have, knowing that what you have is plenty enough. A very strong quote from Booker T. Washington. And that, it can't be any more truer. I mean, with me, here I am right here. This is 2014, probably February, March, around that time. And, right here, this is E-Trade. So I know it was before March, because by March, I was done with E-Trade. My Thinkorswim platform here. Now, I can't remember if I was still in Tim Sykes' room. I was only in there for like a quick minute. And then I went over to Investors Underground. So I'm not sure where I was. It's probably that transition period. But the point I want to make is this is $350 worth of surplus equipment that I was able to learn on. This is where I started. I could have got that one laptop and those 2 monitors for like $200. But I got an extra laptop, and I only you're looking at $350 worth of stuff here, and you don't even need that to learn. I thought I could get it, but that was kind of overkill for me at that point. If you look at what I have now, that's overkill if you're going to start. If you're going to start out, you don't want to start out trying to watch 9 screens. That will drive you insane. I mean, it drives me insane some too, because I miss a lot of moves. because I'm watching too many charts, looking at stuff for other people. So, that's could be overkill. But the point I'm trying to make is whatever you have is enough. Start where you are. Obviously, you've got a computer because you're watching me. So if that's all you have, that's all you need. So don't use the excuse as to why you can't do this or you can't do that. Now, Thursday morning at 8 o'clock, right here on YouTube, we're going to do a live stream that Thursday morning, but we're starting early because that's going to be the setup video for what we're gonna start doing next week. Now, I was supposed to start today in the smaller. Well, I got to differentiate it from the small account that I'm trading in now, the micro account. That is what we're gonna start next Monday. I couldn't start it today because I didn't go over all the parameters, the scan parameters, the rules, and everything about this, because it's totally different. You would be in a different phase than what I'm trading in right now in the small account. You have to get to that point, and if you don't, do the things and develop the skills that you need right now, you're not gonna make it to the next level. It's gonna be extremely difficult for you to get there, virtually impossible. So come join me on Thursday. We're going to lay out what's going to happen. And if you're trading in a small account and you're having trouble growing it, you're having trouble being consistent, come join me. There's going to be a special. You could hang out with me for 6 months, all through to the end of the year. I guarantee you, if you follow me and you do the things that I teach you, you can get there. You can get to profitability, but you got to do your part. I can't do your part for you, but I'm going to give you everything you need to be a consistently profitable trader. And then from there, the sky's the limit. There's no telling where you can go. As long as you keep these fundamental principles, you can, ramp up your position size. You can start trading more aggressive strategies because you would have developed your discipline, your patience, and everything you need to get there. But we'll talk more about that on Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. That's going to be the setup, and you're going to have the opportunity to come join us on a more permanent basis. Last week, I did go over this last week. We made 15, 17, 12 last week. 48, 30, 79 for the month. Not bad at all. This is what our equity curve looks like. I didn't have it on Friday when I did the recap video. But we're ramping it up. And I want to keep this curve going strong until we hit 25. I'll take a pullback at 25. I'm not concerned about that. Just like we took a pullback here at 15. I didn't take one at 20, but I'll take one at 25. So I don't mind that. I just want to get to 25 before the end of the second quarter. But I know I say that. I'm not going to push it. This is not something that's going to be in my mind every day, saying I need to get to 25K. I need to get 25K. That's not what goals are for. They're not for you to dwell on every day. And that you got to hit it. So you end up being a little too aggressive and you lose. You start losing ground. We don't want to do that. So I want to keep doing things the same way. As my account gets a little bit bigger throughout the month, I can ramp up with position size. But I'm not going to go too far out of the box. I'm going to stay within my comfort zone because we are in account building mode. That's what these small accounts are for, to build so that, build your equity so that you can move over into a traditional broker. That's what this is all about. All right, so today on AMD, this is what I'm talking about. Boy, did I butcher this. Okay. If I was going to trade this, I should have traded the opening range breakout. It's what I should have done. But I waited for the bounce and was a little bit late on the bounce. And what I was looking at, I should have taken it off the VWAP, but I ended up drawing a flag in here, and I waited for it to break the top of the flagpole, which was this candle here. So I should have gotten in down here. Should have been taking profit up here. But this is just a product of not having enough sleep and not really, locking in on what's going on. Because you look at this huge push. There's no way I'm going to get this same move once we break this flag. No way. It's too overbought. And so what I should have done was nail this thing short under here. But again, not in the right frame of mind. So I ended up taking a hit on this, first trade of the day. Now, it wasn't an opening range breakout or breakdown. I didn't even trade one today. This was just a continuation, but it should have been off a trade here. Continuation trade off the VWAP. So I didn't have enough room to put this on there. So 208.36, that's about what I was giving it, $200. If it had worked, should have made $500 on this trade. But it is what it is. All right, so the next trade I took was PVH. Now here's where I really started showing signs of, I don't even know what that sickness is when you don't get enough sleep and you just, I was zombie trading is what I was doing. But you can see I got in on the pullback here. I didn't get this big move up. This was on the reversal scan, I believe. And I didn't get the pullback, but I was going to buy the bounce. And it looked like we were going to hold here, so I bought it. And we ended up pulling back to the 20. Then it started to take off. So I was going to grab some profit here. But instead of taking profit, I accidentally added. And I started to just hold the ad. I started to just hold it. And then I was like, no, let me take it off. And, just work it out. So I went ahead and took off that position here. It did help me a couple of bucks. But I turned around and did the same damn thing right here. I'm getting ready to take profit, and instead of selling because I'm long, I bought. And ended up doing the same damn thing again. So I took some off here, covered some here, and I was waiting for sold some more here. And my final target was up here at 90 or just above this 89.94 level. But of course, if we started running into trouble close to that, I would have taken it off. But you can see we fell back through, ended up losing, and that was that. So I got back in here, I got back short. Once we got up under this, I got out. I turned around and shorted it. Covered some here, just around 88. And then, was looking for VWAP to see how far we can get down through VWAP. But I'm missing some on this chart. Oh no, I know what happened. I got messed up. I ended up taking it off before we got to VWAP. because I thought we were bouncing here. I kind of got spooked out of this. That's what happened. I never did get the VWAP with this. So this was just a really messed up day for me. Still made $376 on this stock, but should have made $600 easy on this had I traded it right. You know, had I been locked in, I would have really done a number on this stock. But I'll take it. You know, today could have easily been a big red day for me, but it wasn't. We got green by $141, so I'll take it. And, you know, come back tomorrow and be ready, you know, locked in and ready to go. I'm definitely going to get enough sleep tonight. OKTA, this is another one that I kind of messed myself up on. I should have just set it and let this thing dig. It's what I should have done. But what happened was, here's the target I was looking for, the lower day. Okay, I was looking for us to get down here and retest this. Because we bounced before we made it, and we made a higher low, I took it off because the trend was broken. And I get, you know, and I thought about it, said if this did the same thing tomorrow or Wednesday or Friday, would I take it off? Yes, I would take it off, because one of the things I look at is, you know, if I'm short, did it make a new low or a higher low? And that's what it did. It bounced higher than this candle. So in my mind, the trend was changing. Obviously, the stock had different idea, and it ended up selling off and really making a good move. No, but what can you do? You know, you got to stick to your rules. But I'm really happy that all of these stocks were moving and had really good volatility. You know, some of it was a little choppy, but not so choppy that it should chop you out. If it chopped you out, that meant you were in too heavy and you need to adjust your position size going forward. But, you know, this should have been a really, really good day for me. But if you're not on your A game, you're fortunate, very fortunate, if you don't go home red. All right, so that was the day. That was my day today. You know, I'm ready to watch this and, you know, get back at it. But again, anybody you know that's trading with a small account or that's trying to find consistency, they just can't put their hand on, you know, what's going on, then, you know, make sure you tell them to come check us out. You know, this can be a game changer, you know, if you're having issues. So have them come join us on Thursday. Be glad to have them. So you guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.